KJA Global Channel. The Political System and Me. Series 1, The Political Wake-Up. Episode 01, The Day I Woke Up Inside a Political System. I did not wake up the day I was born. I woke up much later. Before that, I lived like most people live, inside a world that felt personal and private. I woke because my alarm rang, not because the system moved. I ate because I was hungry, not because someone, somewhere, had decided how much food my salary could buy. I went to school, to work, to the market, to prayer, without once asking the question that would eventually change everything. This is where our question begins. The mechanism is already present in ordinary decisions, even when politics appears distant. Identify at least 3 points where public decisions enter an ordinary morning and distinguish a private inconvenience from a system-produced condition. Who designed the conditions of my life? For years, my mornings were ordinary. I would open my eyes to the dim light of early day. The fan above my head would be spinning, or not. If the electricity was out, I would complain about the power. If the tap was dry, I would complain about water problems. I blamed the weather, the bad luck of my neighborhood, the laziness of some utility worker I had never met. I did not blame the political system. I did not even see it. I knew what my parents expected from me, what my employer wanted, what my faith required. The system reveal is invisible governance chain. The political system is not a distant institution, it is the invisible architecture inside your most ordinary morning. The political system is not a distant institution, it is the invisible architecture inside your most ordinary morning. In plain language, the hidden mechanism is invisible governance chain. Hardship that feels personal, an outage, unsafe water, a fearful workplace, is often political evidence in disguise. System sight begins the moment you stop asking only who is to blame, and start asking what design allowed this. But I did not know the operating system beneath all of this, the invisible architecture of rules, institutions, and power that quietly scripted whether this day would be safe or dangerous, fair or unjust, full of opportunity or full of closed doors. I lay there in the sudden stillness and heat, feeling irritation rise. Another power cut. Another morning of sticky air, lukewarm water, and guessing when the power would come back. But what system? Whose system? Designed by whom, for whom? Across many societies, education carries a hidden curriculum. Not just math and language, but a subtle training in how to see, or not see, the political system. Some systems raise citizens. Other systems manufacture subjects. The hidden structure becomes traceable through the governance chain. Constitutional rule, institution, policy, budget and capacity, official action, human experience, review and correction. Each arrow asks a different accountability question: who authorized the decision, who had the duty to act, what record should exist, and what institution can correct failure. A broken outcome may begin far upstream. The visible harm can come from an unjust rule, an unfunded institution, a hidden record, a captured oversight body, or a remedy that exists only on paper. The chain prevents us from reducing a system failure to one personality. It identifies the point where law, capacity, evidence, oversight, or enforcement stopped working. When citizens and professionals can locate that break, criticism becomes more accurate and reform becomes more practical. For this episode, the principal mechanism is invisible governance chain. The production graphic must make every link readable on a phone screen and must label country-specific or proposed arrangements honestly. Under dictatorship, day I woke up inside a political system is shaped primarily by concentrated command, information is restricted, institutions answer upward, and challenge may carry personal risk. In a fragile democracy, formal rules may exist while patronage, unequal capacity, corruption, politicization, or weak enforcement makes protection inconsistent. In a functioning federal democracy, authority is constitutionally distributed, common rights remain enforceable, and more than one institution can question, review, or correct harmful power. Elections or federal language do not substitute for functioning safeguards. The viewer should compare who decides, how authority was obtained, whether records are public, whether affected people participate, and whether correction and proportionate consequence is available in practice. The constructive question is not merely what values we declare, but what institutions make day I woke up inside a political system reliable. The minimum guardrails are 1. Clear legal authority. 2. Publicly accessible records. 3. Independent oversight. 4. A usable complaint or appeal route. 5. Correction and proportionate consequence. These safeguards work as a system. A published rule without an independent reviewer can become theater, oversight without records cannot see, participation without safety can expose people, and a remedy without enforcement does not repair the harm. Global relevance. The institutional test for day I woke up inside a political system applies across political labels: who decides, what limits power, what information is public, who participates, and whether a real correction or remedy exists. Myanmar relevance. Use ordinary lived experience only where it clarifies the mechanism. Avoid turning Myanmar into dramatic background or implying that one national experience fits every society. Here is the civic practice for this episode. See and ask, walk through your own morning. Name 3 moments where the political system already touched your life before you noticed. Verify. Examine one service notice, utility record, public map, or official responsibility statement. Act. Complete a private morning system map naming 3 contacts with public authority and 1 responsible institution. Review. Record whether you can name the responsible institution, evidence, safeguard or remedy, and 1 safe next step. Use only lawful, proportionate steps. Do not convert an educational exercise into a public accusation. You are already inside a political system. The only question is whether you understand it, and whether you will accept it as it is, or join the long, difficult, necessary work of changing it. Tonight, when I turn off the light and close my eyes, I no longer tell myself, tomorrow will be another ordinary day. Tomorrow, the system will touch my life again. And I will not be blind. I am awake inside a political system. The principle to carry forward is this: the political system is not a distant institution, it is the invisible architecture inside your most ordinary morning. Ask yourself, what part of public decisions inside an ordinary morning have I treated as normal even though it should be visible, answerable, and correctable? The political system is not distant. It is daily life. In the next episode, we continue with what is a political system. The system shapes our lives. Our participation shapes the system. Subscribe. Learn. Participate. Shape the future. KJA, knowledge justifies authority.